If you could hear me loud and clear, please, in the trading room. Just want to do a quick audio check. Yep, Todd, thank you very much. All right, just making sure. Bill, could you hear me loud and clear? Mike, everybody? Good. Excellent. Perfect. All right, well, everyone, welcome. This is basically one of our great events that we do here at CyberTrade University. If you logged into YouTube right now, you're probably listening to me live right now. I'm going to talk about level 4. We're going to talk about level 3. I'm going to teach you how to shadow market makers. We got a lot of good stocks that are moving, but the most important thing about trading today's markets at these difficult times is not how to make money, it's how to control from losing it. You know, we got a couple of good movers out here. I'm just going to bring up my execution system, show you what we're going to look forward to. We had a nice little run up in Carvana. Look at this thing, $5 to $6. We had a stock BBAI this morning. What a nice little runner in pre-market. This thing ran from literally $1 to almost $3.50. The list goes on and on and on. We had the stock right here, MNTS. Look at this thing. Stock goes from $1 to $1.50. But they're also brand names. I mean, ACDC, BBBY. You heard a lot about that stock with the short squeeze. Our goal is we're not here to teach you, more or less how to give you stock picks and watch lists. I'm here to show you in the next 30 minutes what drives these stocks up, and most importantly, what drives them down, so you know where to get out before it actually happens. Now, how does that all work? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about really quick. So before we do that, just a quick little disclosure. Just please keep in mind, I'm not making any guarantees or warranties or promises this work. It varies student to student, but please be very smart before you make any investments in today's markets. Now, this is what we're going to basically learn today. I'm going to teach you how to find the best stocks to trade, how to find and compete against the big money in the market. How do I know that? Because I was a market maker. I live here in New York. I was trained by some of the best traders in the industry. I've been doing this for 30 years, and I'm going to show you because nothing has changed from the day I started until today. Most importantly, I'm going to teach you modern day trading, reading of basically tape reading. That's like some of you read that little ticker on the bottom of the execution systems or your TVs, whatever it is. I'm going to show you how that works. I'm also going to teach you how that trading is a serious business, and you have to know how to treat it like a business. Now, before I get into the fun part, you're probably sitting here wondering, who the hell is Fausto Pugliese? Who is CyberTrade University? Now, you've probably been watching me on YouTube and Facebook. Some of you are probably students, been here for a while, but for some of you who don't know me, let me give you just a quick little breakdown of an introduction of who we are. I am actually an experienced day trader. I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm one of the original day traders that started. When I started, there was about, I don't know, maybe 1,000 of us. Now there's a few million of you. So you can look at me as being your great-grandfather. I started one of the first educational schools in today's industry. I started back in 1995. That's basically an eternity in the trading community. I started the first online trading school and trading room, which I'm going to invite all of you to come in because everything that we do, we practice what we preach. So I'll invite all of you to come into trading room. So don't go anywhere because in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to get you all invited to show up in that live trading room. Now, how I got started, very briefly, I was 22 years old. You can tell from my gray hairs, I'm not 22 years old anymore. I'm 51. That's how long I've been doing it. You could see there on the left-hand side, there was a big article written in Forbes magazine, a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. It's actually a friend of mine. And the funny part about that picture is, look at that monitor, 15-inch monitor. We used to make money just trading on a little stinky monitor. Remember those big monitors, those tube TVs? Yeah, some people can't even do it with 6 monitors, okay? Well, I'll show you how we did it, and trust me, you're the ones making more complicated what it is. We're also a regular guest on all the financial stations. There's a picture of me doing a presentation at the NASDAQ Center because exchanges want you to know how to trade today's markets, and that's why most people fail in today's markets. Just because you think you know an indicator out there, or maybe you're trying to save some money on some option because you don't want to trade, that's not how trading works. The way trading works is due to supply and demand. And if you don't know those two things, you're pretty much trading blind. And that's what we're going to talk about in the next few minutes. Now, I have two families. Been married for almost 25 years now. I got three wonderful sons, Alex, Max, and Lucas, and that's my second family on the right. I am hoping today that I will get some of you to be some of the people on the right. I think being trading over the years has gave me the luxury to travel with my family, have a good relationship with them. You know, I know some of us here work 60, 70 hours. Maybe some of you are going to be retiring soon. You don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? With today's economy, what's going on, you know what? After COVID, it's actually nice to sit home and trade. And I know some of you tried it, but you got to learn not just by your own, but you need a good team to surround yourself to do that. So why do you want to trade? That is the big thing that we have to understand. We want to make money. I mean, why else would we do anything? Why we open up a business? Why we go to work? We want to make money. But the big thing about making money is not making it. You first have to learn how to stop losing. That is one of the biggest things that I was taught, which a lot of people here thought the opposite. Yeah, everybody's like, could you tell me what's moving, Fausto? I saw you trading Carvana, AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond's making a big move today. There's a ton of other ones. You need to know how to think for yourself, but you got to learn to fix those mistakes before you continue. So let's get started. Let's talk about what happened with the market. Okay, so market started off this year. We're up about, I don't know, 4.2% in the beginning of 2023. You know, decent gains, nothing great. What the hell is 4%, right? How about this stock, BIOR? Here's a stock that's up 261%. That is just this week alone. Now, let me ask you something. Anybody here traded BIOR? Anybody here traded? I mean, I don't know. Here, Tina, you, John, Bill. Any of you guys traded BIOR? Anyone? Nobody here traded it. No one traded BIOR. Why not? What were you looking at? The Tesla? What were you looking at? Amazon? Oh, I can't afford Amazon, or maybe I'll trade the options because there's a leverage. That is the dumbest thing that anybody could do. Remember one thing: who is more wealthier, the person that rents the house or the person that owns the house? Okay, so let me show you what happens. That's not just one. What about Bed Bath & Beyond? You heard about the short squeeze? Todd, absolutely. Go. And you're going to see it. I'm going to invite you, Todd, in the trading room. And you can also look at it on our Twitter feed and also on our YouTube channel. Let's talk about Bed Bath & Beyond. 44% gain on that stock today. Really, really big move. Today alone, it's up another 20%. Why is it going up? That's what we're going to talk about. AMV up 400%. Look at this stock. This is at 11 o'clock, 10:30. Hold on. Yeah, right. You see this 10:30 right here? Here, this stock literally ran from $3 up to $9, and then the last 30 minutes of the close, it went from 6 all the way to 11. Ask me if I care what AMV does. I don't give a damn what that stock does, and I don't want to know what it does. All I know is I didn't have to go risk a $100 stock to make that much. I could have did it with this one. But you all are probably asking me the same question. Why did you find that? Why did it go up? And when do I need to sell? We're going to get to that. But it all starts about timing during the day. Now, we're doing this event in the middle of the day, right around 12 o'clock Eastern, because us as traders, we make most of our money in the first hour of the open and the last hour of the close. So I even came out with a cyber clock. You're more than welcome to purchase it on our website. But trading is not a full-time job. So I just want to get that cleared and out of the way. If you're going to trade in today's markets, you don't need to go out there and I know it's not. You don't got to make this a full-time job. Some of us are still working. Some of us are different parts of the world, but it's not a full-time job. So that's why listen. People got meetings. There's always something going on in the market. But interest rates come out. Earnings usually don't come out in the middle of the day. They come out after the close. So all these things actually happen. So just keep in mind, timing is also very critical. A lot of you go out there and you think you could just show up today and jump in the stock market right now. It doesn't really work that way. Now, when and where should I buy? That's probably a good question a lot of people ask, all right? The better question is this. Who are the buyers and sellers in that stock? That's the most important. That's the $64,000 question. So is it news? Is it indicators? Is it the market, sectors, whatever it is? No. This is how 90% of traders fail. They want to go out and find the news. What made that stock go up? Why is this? That's not how you trade, because trading is a very big failure rate, and it quite stinks. And I think that's why I have such a passion to teach, because I hate seeing people lose money. And I'll tell you why. It puts a bad taste in people's mouth, and it makes us traders look bad. There are some bad actors out there. I get it, you know. And the last thing I hate going and meeting someone like, oh, you're going to learn how to trade, you're going to lose all your money. And you know what? They damn right. They're right about that. Because I always tell someone, I go, can I ask you something? Who trained you? Oh, what the hell does that have to do with it? I don't know. I don't want a doctor to do brain surgery on me that never went to med school, for crying out loud. Oh, that's different. No, it's not different. It's not different. And I'll prove it to you. Why don't you come here to New York, try to get a job at Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch, Limit. Say, I want to be a trader. And they'd be like, okay, no problem. Where'd you learn? Myself. They're like, okay, no problem. Next, not interested. So I'm not going to that extreme, but it does come down to this. So let's get right into the thick of things. What do you say? We need to follow the big money, okay? I'm about to teach you, now like 99% of the people out there talk about the past, the Fibonacci's, the indicators, the news. How about reading the future? How about finding and seeing where are the algorithms? Where are the high-frequency trades? Where are the limit orders that the big institutions are getting in and out of it? And the way we do that is this. There are 3 ways of viewing that data. There's level 2, level 3, and level 4. Now, I have a question to ask everybody in here. Does anybody here have level 2 quotes? Just give me a yes or no in the chat. Just give me a yes or no. Bill, you have it. Wayne, Todd, Lori, good morning to you also. Anyone here have it? No one here has it. So I assume if you don't have level 2, you definitely don't have level 3. And then you're going to be freaked out when you see level 4. So let me go teach you what it is and what we're looking at. So who has watched this webinar before? Just out of curiosity. Anybody here watched it? Because we always try to change things around, and things are different. So because I want to get to this is where things get very different. Do you have level 3 quotes? Now, what is level 3 quotes? Basically, listen to me carefully. What I'm about to tell you is probably going to be the most disturbing thing you ever heard in the trading market. And you're going to probably be so ticked off at the person that trained you and be like, wait a minute, you didn't know this? This exists? And you can be like, who the hell taught you how to trade? So let me show you what we're looking at. Right here, we are looking at the NASDAQ exchange, okay? Now, this is not the Fausto indicator. This is not like my program, which is all bull crap, honestly. It's all white labeled stuff from other people. This is a seat. You have a seat on the exchange. Now, when I started to do something like this, you had to dish out a couple of $1 million. And that's why a lot of people could never be a trader, because to buy a seat on New York Stock Exchange costs several $1 million. Guess what it costs today? $15 to get the data. Not $1 million, okay, $15. I'm not making this up. I'm going to tell you where to get it. And this is going directly to NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange. You have a seat on the exchange. Why wouldn't you not want that? I still can't figure it out why no one will want that. Oh, I know why. Because people like free stuff. So let me just give you a little heads up. If you want to stick around so I don't waste your next 20 minutes, if you're looking for free stuff, do yourself a favor, quit trading and just log out of this room right now. There's nothing free in this world. There's no such thing of free lunches, okay? You might think that the only thing that's free is the cheese in a mousetrap, okay? I don't like to spend money. I like a good deal, okay? And I think this is a good deal having a C on the exchange. So let me show you what we're looking at. All right, so here we basically have, if you follow my little mouse right here, here you have your buyers, okay? And right here on the right, you have your sellers. That's basically what you have. You have three columns. The first column, well, actually right here, you see what it says the bid? Those are the prices that people want to buy AMD at. The second column right here, which is shares, that's how many shares are looking to want to be bought at that price. And the third column is how many orders make up those shares. Now, whoever wants to buy the stock is up here on top. Whoever wants to buy at the bottom, wants to basically, pay less for it is down at the bottom. Same thing for the sell side. Whoever wants to sell their shares for the least amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to sell for more money is down at the bottom. So what you're basically looking at is a big chat room where every institution, every Fausto Pugliese, every Patrick, every Roll, every Lord, everyone out there that wants to trade AMD is going to see their order out here on the NASDAQ. Sounds pretty cool, right? Why would you not want to see where all the orders are? Now, let me put it this way. I could probably tell you maybe 95% of you here know how to read a chart, all right? Do you realize you're reading charts backwards? Okay? And I'm not making this crap up. I'm being serious because let me explain something to you. If you keep focusing on a chart, the chart is the past. What the future is, the orders that are out there. So the way I look at it and the way I do it this way is that you have the chart because what makes support levels on a chart are buyers and sellers, which is the level 3, which equal money. Okay? What you're doing is the opposite. You are looking at what happened in the past, but what's happening, it's not indicative of the future. Okay? No, it's not $80 per month for Canada. Okay? For Canadians. No, it's not, Trina. You go right to the exchange, you could buy for $15. If you go as a professional, listen, if you're a brokerage firm or a stockbroker, yes, you got to pay professional fees. I don't assume anyone here is professional. All right. Now, how does this work? Okay, you're probably asking. Let's look at the stock AMD. AMD was at $65.50, and you could see how it came all the way down. It kind of stopped right around this price, right around here on $63.50. And for some ridiculous reason, it went from $63.50 up to $65. Why did it stop at $63.50? Why not $62? Why not $64? What made it pick that number? Well, when you look over here and you go to the exchange, and if you work your way down that list, what makes stocks go up and go down? Buyers and sellers. So for a stock to go up, we would need to see where all the other buyers are. And you could see right here, the biggest significant buyer is at a price of $63.35. There's 38,000 shares. Now, you might not think that's a lot, but when everyone's showing 200 shares, 800 shares, 1,000 shares, 38,000, that's about, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 times the norm, maybe even more than that, than what the average trader's out there. So in theory, what do you think is going to happen when we test that big buyer? That is called a limit order. And you know what? It's made up of 3 people, and that's what drives it up. Now, let's look at the resistance. Here's a stock that went up from, whatever it is, 440, whatever it is. I blocked it out here, but regardless. It went up from right around this 420, 430, shot all the way up and stopped specifically at 575 and then came right back down to 520. Why did it stop at 575? Why didn't it keep going? Why did it stop right specifically at that number? Well, once again, when you have a stock that goes up, you have to think and say, okay, where are the other sellers out there? Because the goal is you need to have a game plan. And your game plan is, okay, where is the street? Where's everybody on the floor? Well, back in the day, when I started 25 years ago, 30 years ago, The only way to know where the buyers and sellers are, you had to have a seat on the exchange, and you had to come up with a couple of $1 million to do that without even making a penny. Here you are paying $15, and you're looking at it like, okay, nice little trend. Where the sellers, I'm looking at NASDAQ, I'm on the exchange. I'm like, okay, there's a 61,000 share seller at 575. I don't know about you, but I'm not going to question that person. All right. Oh, and by the way, that is a real order. Okay. Somebody just mentioned to me, how do you know they're real? I heard these are fake orders. Do yourself, please email me. I would love to find out who told you that stupid comment. And if you really think that's a fake order, when I invite you in my trading room, I will find a 61,000 share seller out there. We'll use your money, and you tell me how fake that is. Okay. So and by the way, oh, I know there's spoofing. How do you know he could cancel? Well, we didn't get there yet. At the end of the day, don't question. If you feel that you are trading in something that is illegal going on, and like, oh, these guys are a bunch of liars and thieves, what the hell are you doing here? Okay. First of all, let me explain something to you what my mentor taught me. He says, Fausto, you'll never beat these people. You could try all you want. They will run circles and make you broke. But you could join them. Okay? So if you think you know because you think you know indicator better than someone else, because you know how to interpret news better than someone else, guess what? You got no shot in this market. You want to go out and compete somebody that's looking to get out of the stock? Oh, that guy, this stock was almost $400. It's going higher. Okay, no problem. Sounds good, but let's get past through that guy first. All right. So let's go over a couple of more examples. How do you catch? Listen, never want to catch a falling knife. We need to find support levels. You're in a stock's going down, it's trending down, right? You're in that position. You're like, oh my God, stock is going down. What do I do? Do I hold on? I'm at 33. I just had at 35. The goal is you need to know where everyone else is, okay? And when you look over here, you're like, okay, got a couple of buyers right now at like, I'm looking at NASDAQ. I said, okay, there's 30,000 shares looking to be bought at 33.70. So like it or not, hope all you want, the next support level, without even looking at a chart in the past, is going to be, I would probably assume, right around $30.71. And how do I know that? Because exactly, Patrick, I'm following the money. Okay? Once again, I see people logging in, logging out in here, new people logging in. These are real orders from the exchange. Okay? This is not the Fausto chat room. Okay, this is not the ABC Reddit room. These are actual physical orders that are put out, because when you want to buy something, you got to go directly to the exchange. You and everyone else that's trading Coinbase, that's where there are. All right. Now, look what happened to the chart. Just by knowing, look what happened from 9:40 to 10 o'clock. You had 20 minutes to finally come to that conclusion that stock was going to bounce. And I don't want to hear this crap about double bottoms, triple tops, 5 soldiers, wicks, and candles. Listen, forget about that right now. Stop acting like an analyst, okay? There was a big buyer out there. Nobody wanted to get through him. So, listen, he probably says, you know what? No one's selling to me. Well, there's only one place to buy it. And you do the math. If I went out there right now and I started executing 30,000 shares and I executed every single person on the sell side, 300, 200,000, 100, 200, how fast could I go through all those people? Right? Think about that for a second. If I'm out there buying and no one's selling to me, there's only one other place where to buy it. I got to go to the sellers. If I go out at market and execute all those people, I could run that stock all the way as high as $34.20, because right there is the next biggest seller, 10,000. That's how trading works. And once again, you think I'm full of crap? I'm going to invite every one of you, and I'm going to show you live in the trading room. Let's talk about LCID, okay? LCID has a resistance levels of $37 right here. You see right here at $8 and $7.90. You got a 20,000 share seller and a 67,000 share seller. right? Which is pretty substantial, a lot more than some of the other ones, but you'll see stocks vary. Some will have more shares, some will be more competitive, but out of everything out there, that seems like a lot. Now, without even thinking, I'm going to ask everyone a dumb question. What do you think is going to happen when we get close to those big sellers at $7.90 and $8? Anyone? What do you think? What do you think? Anyone? Exactly. Probably going to go down. I mean, I wouldn't want to own it, right? I wouldn't want to own it. So let's look at it. Let's change the slide. And then, oh, wait a minute. The stock is going up, right? The chart says it's going higher. But the chart didn't tell me those people are out there. I had to look at the orders. And guess what ended up happening? Once we hit there, this is a minute chart. So in 3 minutes, if you weren't smart enough and were prepared enough, guess what? It went from $8 all the way down to close to $7.60. You ever own a position and get so ticked off and like, damn it, like, why didn't I get out of it? Or like, why did it decide to go down all of a sudden? You know what I mean? Like, because you got to remember, indicators are laggers, okay? So you want to be a lagger or you want to be a leader? I'm just curious really quick. I got a question for all of you. Did I confuse anyone yet? Did I lose anybody? Are you guys following along? Sal, you following along? Patrick, Wayne, Trinia, are you guys following along? Laura, you following along? Good. Everybody? Just give me a yes. Because if you don't interact and don't answer, I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a good trader, you have to talk. You have to be engaged. That's how you become good. If you're a hermit or if you're mute, you're not going to be a good trader. Because in my industry, when I was training, when I first got started 30 years ago, those are the first people that got fired because they know those are the people going to fail because they don't want to see themselves get hurt. All right. Fausto, but my indicator telling me it was going up, right? Look at all these squiggly lines. Yeah, okay. What can I ask everybody a dumb question? What chart's easier to read? Chart number 1 or chart number 2? What do you guys think? Trini, you watch all my videos? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That's great. Thank you. Lori says chart number 2. Trini, you think chart number 2? Okay, you know what? I agree with you. Did you need an indicator to tell you that? That the stock was going to go down with the big seller out there? Did you need an indicator to tell you that? I didn't see it. I didn't need it. I didn't even know what the hell all these lines mean. You know what I'm saying? See how you guys make things more, traders make more things more complicated? But it's not easy to read either level 2 or level 3 from Todd. Todd, wait till I show you level 4. Okay, so right now what you're looking at is the raw data. Those are real orders. So when you're looking at this right here, you're looking at the data. So yes, I get it. Some of you might say, oh, it's moving too fast. The numbers move pretty quickly. I get it. You know, sometimes it's easy to read a chart. I'm saving that the best for last, okay? But I'm glad, I appreciate your comment. That was a great question. So let's get to level 4 then, right? We're almost done here. My God, time is flying. Let's get to level 4. So now, let me show you, basically, it's the heat map. Exactly. This is what we're going to talk about. So the problem with NASDAQ Book Viewer, the NASDAQ exchange, is that they're not the only exchange. You have the New York Stock Exchange, you got the CBOE, you got other exchanges. You know, you might have somebody that might want to sell something at one exchange, but it might not be on the other. And we might be looking at the wrong one. Somebody might not be on the NASDAQ. Somebody might be on an ECN, which is an electronic communication network, which is a lot of them out there. And let me just bring this back over here and show what I'm talking about. Here, let me just bring up a stock right here. So does everybody see the level 2 right here? Look how many people are out there negotiating in the stock. You got, these are all exchanges and are all ECNs. Some of them even brokerage firms. So we were just looking at one. What about all the others? So that's where that issue comes into play. Now what we're looking at is this is aggregating all these exchanges in one. So, you'll have a bunch of them in one. And not only that, but what's nice about this is it's going to tell you how long he's been out there. And now you're seeing it, how many are actually out there. Like, look at this example right here, XPEV. It's this big red line right here from almost 10:15 to now, which is 11:30. There was a 254,000 share seller. That's correct. 250,000 shares. And when you saw a stock go from $8.20 and want to know, you should have got out right around that 10.50 price range, which is where that seller was. Look what happened from that price. It never continued. It stayed there. And actually, it started going lower. Okay? And he's still out there. So let me show you what I mean. We see the history of a stock, and you're looking at a chart, looking at Pfizer. Okay, by the way, this works on every single stock. So here at 9:30, at Pfizer going all the way up. But then you'll notice, here's 9:30, right? Here's 9:30. But you could see here, when you look at the heat map, there was a seller out there from 9:30 till now. And we're talking, what, we're at 11:30, 12 o'clock. And you could see how many shares. It's about 104,000 shares. And you could see as the line got darker, that means that person added to his position. And it's not one person, it could be several people out there. And that is the reason why, if you didn't know where to get out, that's why it went down. Let's go look at the stock that we traded today, BBAI. Now, I talked about this before. If you missed out on what we talked about, this stock, BBAI was moving up really, really nicely. Look, we had a 124,000 sell order at 3:30. See them right here? Look at that. Right here, 123,000. All right, and you can see how that line got red, and the stock was all the way down here around 272. Once we got close to that big seller, it started going down. And you know what? Do you think that seller doesn't know that it never reached him? So what did he end up doing? He says, you know what? I can't sell at this price. So what does he do? He lowers his price. He's like, you know what? Looks like it's not getting close to my 330. Maybe I'll lower my price. And you could see that. And you could see that order. And it's just not that 130 is another 64,000 right underneath him. Let's go back and look at LCID. Here's a stock that went from 750, and you could see that there's a 66,000 share seller right around $8. And he's been out there all day. I don't know. What do you think the stock's going to do? Okay. Well, hit it, came back down. Hit it, came back down. Hit it, came back down. It did it from 10 o'clock this morning up until the market closed. You ever wonder, like, why is the stock not breaking this resistance? Why? What's up with 8? Oh, I know why. It's a whole number. You're not 8. It's a high. In the Jewish religion, I don't know what they. It has nothing to do with that. It's because there's a big seller out there. Like it or not, that's the reason why. Now, you think about this for a second, fellow traders. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you make if you could see the future of the orders that are people trying to get in and out of stocks? Do you think market makers don't know that? You think we're stupid? You think we're going to go into a war not knowing what our competitors and where they're at? There was a system a long time ago, and you could probably read some of the old books. They're called Instinet. Okay, those Instinet machine. You are now capable of having instant access. You can see where old institutions are. Why would you not want that? Listen, you want to make a career in trading, you damn well better learn and know how to compete against these people and not try to outsmart them, but join them. Let's see what happened to a support level on BBBY, which obviously has been in the news for the last couple of days. Okay, so we have an iceberg order that joined the bid right here. Now, we all know, I don't know if you've been reading the news on it, but a lot of people anticipating that Bath & Beyond going bankrupt. So there was a huge short squeeze, okay? meaning a lot of people were shorting the stock because, they're anticipating bankruptcy. Listen, you can make money. A lot of people thinking always buy low, sell high. And there are people who say, oh, this is too high. Let's sell it to those schmucks because we're going to buy it lower. It's going to go lower. It's a short squeeze. So here you have, all of a sudden, there was about 191,000 share buyers showed up, okay? And you could see a little red line just started kicking in. Now, as time goes by, look what ended up happening. 10, 15, you got 168,000 and you got another 13,000. And not only that, stock ran all the way to $3. Now, all of a sudden, if you look at the $3, there's a big seller out there. Now, you know what's crazy? Do the math. If you bought a stock at $2.50 and knowing a lot of people are selling at $3 and you made 50 cents, that's like peanuts. Like, what the hell's 50 cents, right? Oh, how much is it? If you bought 1,000 shares, which is a $2,500 investment, I know a lot of you guys spend a hell of a lot more on an option trade. A $2,500 investment moves 50 cents. That's a $500 move. You do that every day, that's a $100,000 a year salary. Now, does 50 cents look bad? I didn't think so, okay? So let's talk about breakouts. You ever own a stock and like, how's the stock going higher? What's breaking this stock out? Actually, we got a stock that's moving right now in the trading room I'd love to share with you. What's this one doing right here? BITO. Yeah, we're getting a huge run up right now in BITO. Look at this one. Look how nice that stock is. Right here, 12. I'm sorry if I'm going to jump around, but it's just coming up in my trading room, and which I'm going to invite all of you guys into. I'll show you the trading room too. Let me bring it up here. I'll show it to you. Here's our trading room. I'm going to invite all of you in here. Here's our trading room. You can see right here, we just posted up there. They're trading it right here. These are all instructors. We'll talk a little bit about later, but here's a stock that ran up pretty nicely right now. Look at that. 1150 just at 1230, and right now it's at 1190. It's a 50-cent run. That's a pretty substantial run. Anybody have anything wrong with that? I don't think so. Okay, so let's talk about breakouts. So what caused a breakout? So here you have Bed Bath & Beyond broke out of $3. And you could see right here, stock goes from breaks right out there. Now, how does that happen? Because maybe somebody bought it. And you know what? How do you know that? I don't know. Do you ever use time in sales? Do you ever have any, are you seeing orders? Because listen, people buy stuff and you might think it's a lot. They're like, shoot, I would never buy that many. I can't even afford that. Yeah, but you know what? There are people out there because there's a big short squeeze. And that's how these things break out. And that's where it comes down to it. So what's nice about the heat map and the level 4 version of it is now that I just showed you one exchange. Now you have more exchanges, you're getting more data, and for all you chart fans out there, at least now you could see it, how long they were out there for, are they getting executed, are they adding to their position, and what am I basically teaching you? The future, okay? Everybody wants to go to the future. How can we see the future? Here's your opportunity by having the right tools. Now, this is what I'm looking to do. You can't be self-taught, okay, trying to do this on your own. It's just not going to happen. You know what? Try to open up a restaurant on your own. See how that works out for you, okay? Try to open up your own business. See how that works out for you. You know what? When my parents came here, I'm first-generation Italian. My parents came here and for a better life leaving Italy. And they told me, and they says, listen, this is the country of opportunity. And my dad came with $20 in his pocket. And, thankfully, all his kids did really well. And what he always taught me is this. He goes, you want to do really well, you want to be successful, go find successful people that are good at what you're looking to do for a living. Okay? Listen, you want to be rich? Hang out with rich people. You want to be, you hang out with troublemakers, you'll learn to become a troublemaker. This is how it is. Okay? So I went out there living in New York. I did what my dad told me. I learned from the best traders. Actually, I take that back. I was a 22 ignorant kid. I'm like, I don't want to go to the city. I said, let me try and see how it works. after I blew up my second account, then I said, you know what? Maybe I should go work for somebody. So for some of you here, you probably did blow up an account. You're probably in a slump right now. Well, you know what? It's never too late to learn. It's really not. Okay? And what I'm looking to do is what I showed you hopefully made a lot of sense. And you're probably thinking how complicated you've been made it just made trading. And you're probably also very ticked off. If you took a class with somebody, you're probably like, why didn't this person teach me this stuff? And I'll tell you why. And this is what you should do. Why don't you ask whoever trained you, hey, are you endorsed by Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab, TradeStation, Thinkorswim? These are major brokerage firms, okay? And most will be like, I don't know. Listen, these brokerage firms will never invite us to do presentations for them if they thought our instructors are teaching people how to lose money, okay? All right, and our goal is not to teach how to make money. We're here to teach how to stop losing it. The winners take care of themselves. It's the losers you guys got to learn. And you know what we're teaching you as the losers? And hopefully this clicks. We're teaching you how to see where the other orders are so you get out before everybody else gets out. So now you're probably asking, how could I learn more, Fausto? Well, basically, this is what I'm looking to do. I want to invite all of you to see me practice what I preach live in the trading room. I want you to come and join my trading room and see how my instructors, we do our coaching, our watch list, and see if other people make money doing it. I think that's the most important part about it. Because listen, you don't want to look at me. Listen, I'm a 12-time champion. I beat every school I can beat it against. But what the hell is that? How does that help you? Your goal is, could you teach me how to do it, Fausto? And I want to show you if I can do that. Okay? So we started basically, just to kind of give you a little history, I used to travel around the world. I hated it. Okay? So we kind of pioneered the webinar technology. And then what we end up doing here is I said, you know what? We got into the webinar technology, then we started a trading room. Obviously, you see them popping all over the place. Where do you think they learned it? Some of them are actually my students, which are very flattered, some of our competitors. But we're going to send you to the original trading room. You could access on your phone. You could access in your trading room. This is all online, okay? Now, this is how we broadcast our trading. We actually do a live audio broadcast at 9 a.m., but we actually start trading around 7:30 in the morning, okay, Eastern time, because you got pre-market trading. And don't worry, if you're watching it, you're from another, different time zone, and wake up that early, that's great, because we trade the afternoon. So we'll do live commentary from 2:30 to 4. So there's two really good times. Now, we're trading all day, you know what I mean? But our audio with our instructors are the first hour and the last hour. That's usually the most volatile times. Now, we also do traders talk. We conduct Q&A sessions. We have live education classes that you're going to get. I'm going to give you all this stuff, okay? Everything. Here's a little basically an agenda of what we do for the whole week. So I'm going to invite you from one whole week, starting today, okay, or whenever you want to start, because I know some of you here are probably watching this as a recording or something, but we're going to invite everybody here to come join this trading room. And these are basically the times that you're going to trade. Listen, you don't need to be there all day, okay? And I don't expect you to be there today. If you're just there for one hour at the most volatile times, believe me, your mind's going to be going bonkers. Now let's take some questions, all right? First question I got that's very popular, people ask me, how much money do you need to get started? Zero. We don't want you to buy a stock. We don't want you to do anything, okay? We just want you to come in and watch. That's it. I mean, here I am just trying to teach you about support and resistance, buyers and sellers. How difficult. Think about how much you just learned from the minute you started to where we are right now. So you don't need any money to get started. That's the least of your problems. Second, do I need a brokerage account to get started? Same question as the first one. No. If you have one, that's great. But remember, we don't want you to trade. We don't want you to buy anything because we didn't teach you. We want you to go out there and see if you can get it and understand it first. Where do I get level 3 and level 4, and will I need it for the classes? Listen, I could tell you where to get it. You go right to the exchanges, but I actually do more harm than good Why don't you join the trading room? Let me show it to you live first. Go through some of our video tutorials that teach you how it works before you go out there and do it. Listen, driving a car is the greatest thing in the world, I think, right? If you come from public transportation. But would you give the keys to your kids that you never showed them how to drive the car? Chances are, if they don't total it, they might kill themselves. So I want to be the parent here. Let me show you exactly how it works first before you do anything, that you shouldn't be doing. And there's a reason part of this. For being in business for 30 years, you will never see this in any educational school. We got almost a 5-star rating. I think the only person that gave us a bad rating was a competitor, okay, because he was jealous, okay. But we have a passion what we do. This is why we're very well known in the industry. This is why we do education. Some of the biggest brokerage firms. This is why we have a good reputation on the industry. There's a reason for that. And by the way, you should do that with your own school. You should go see what is their Google rating. Go check them at the Better Business Bureau. Okay. Don't believe all this crap that you see from this fake websites because a lot of them are extortionists. And you know what? You know what you'll find out? Some of you could take it down. Oh, we don't have a Google review, because I don't want to bash anybody, but let me just be on the positive side. Now, how do I get involved? $9. Listen, I told you before you started, I'm not looking for people that want free stuff. I don't make a crap at $9. I don't make anything, okay? Absolutely anything. The $9 basically just tells me you're a real person or not. That's really what it is. So you could take your phone, you could scan right now on your phone, and it'll bring you right to that thing. Or you just post a link up here. You can click on that link, and you can go right to the web page and register. The $9, like I told you, all it does is tells if you're a real person or not. I don't know who you are. You're all logged in from Twitter. You're logged in from YouTube, Facebook. I don't know where you came from. We don't let anybody in the room. And listen, I don't think anyone here would want to be in a room that you don't know who they are. So you've done your due diligence. You've done your, due diligence on us. It's time for us to do our due diligence on you, but you need to see what's going on first. All right. Now, let me explain to you all the good stuff you're going to get with it as you register. So this is what's going to include with it. You're going to get 1 week live trading with me and all my instructors in my trading room. You're going to be also part of all the live traders that are in there. You're going to see live trading every week. Okay. You're also going to get 3 pro workshops. We're going to teach you how to trade off level 3, level 4, and so much more. Okay. We're also going to give you a Traders Talk library of Q&As where we actually go out there and we review traders' journals. And this is all live. We do it every Tuesday, but we'll also give you the recordings of old ones because we want to make sure you know what you're getting yourself involved in. We don't want you to make any mistakes and any problems with that. All right. As a bonus, I'm going to give you my book. Now, you can go to Amazon. We sell it for $47, or you could register, pay $9 and get it for free, okay? Just by clicking that. It's a fast read. It's great. You're going to love it. You're probably going to definitely watch it and read it more than one, but I'm going to throw it in as a gift, okay, as a bonus. And listen, if you ever heard of Wiley, Wiley is probably the most old published company, most prestigious company industry. They needed a day trading book. They came to me specifically. So this is not one of my self-published books. This is actually published by a real high-end professional published company. Now, like I said, you're going to get all of this for $9. And this is what I'm going to do as a bonus. Okay? As a bonus, if you register right now, I will do a coaching class for you. I will actually talk to you on the phone. For $9. Now, why would I do that? Because I need to interview you. Because let me tell you something. I am not going to get you, I do not want to get involved with you if you feel that trading's not for you. You're going to get it or not. You're going to like it or not. And the thing is, if you do it, we'll have that conversation and we'll go from there. We'll see if things work out. You know what I mean? And we'll see if we have something in common. But listen, would you want to go, and I hate compare this to being a doctor, but like think about it a second. Would you want to go, you know, to a doctor's office and the doctor, oh yeah, I want to do surgery on you so he can make money on you. Listen, I'm not that type of person. That's why we have a good reputation. I don't need the scrutiny. Okay, I don't need the scrutiny, and it's not worth it. I got a family. I like my bubble. You know what I mean? I don't need to get people into. So we'll interview and see how things work out. But before you do that, you got to see if things work out for me. By the way, there's a stock that's moving right now that they're trading in the room. Mara. It's another one that's moving right now. Let me just bring that one up. Mara's moving up pretty nicely. Yep, Mara. Everybody know Mara? Cryptocurrency stock. It looks like they're trading right now in the trading room, and I'll just show it to you if you don't believe me. Because these are the ideas that we do. Oops, let me just try to grab this thing. See that? Mara's flying. See it right there, talking about it. All that good stuff. And by the way, all this, everything that I tell you right now, it's money back guaranteed. Listen, I don't need your $9. Okay, please. The $9, like I told you, is just let me know if you're a real person or not. That's basically it. So you're going to get all this great stuff, everything. And like I said, at the end of the week, if you feel it's not for you, you get your $9 back. To answer your other questions, everyone, listen, we're not going to bill you and try to scam you. Oh, we're going to hit you for a $200 fee at the end of the week. We don't do that. Okay. Well, Hank, I'm glad that you're in. I look forward to see you in there. That's great. Appreciate it. And Lori, you're more than welcome. Thank you very much. A couple of questions coming in here. My problem is I have been getting stopped out. I use hotkeys. Okay, let me just read it right here. I'll share with everybody else. Hotkeys. I buy a stock, it goes up, and I sell it before it goes down. I want to fill my order even when I pass right by the price several times. Well, Trina, well, first of all, do you know where everybody is buying and selling it? Do you know where they are? Okay, so you might not need to put your stop outs out there. You know, sometimes it's smart, sometimes it isn't. But are you watching them before? Are you seeing what they're doing out there? Just go out there, just take the investment for $9, get in the trading room, and we'll go from there, and we'll figure it out. All right? Just want to see what you got over here, because I think there's a couple other stocks that are showing up right now. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? You're more than welcome. I appreciate it too. Listen, for what I've shown you, and I know a lot of you spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort to go out there. You're probably taking classes with other people. You're probably listening to. It's time to stop having someone tell you what to do. It's time for you to make your own decisions and just know how to play the game. Nobody cares about you. Listen, first of all, I don't know if you know this. It's illegal for someone to tell you what to buy and sell unless they're registered, okay? So for us, we don't tell you what to buy. I just know where to go fishing, and I'm going to take you to go fishing, but you got to drop the hook and catch it. You might miss a lot of it, but that's part of where it goes. Where can I get signed up with a credit card? Basically, Jeremy, basically, if you scan it right there, it should do it for you automatically, or just visit our website right there, ctu.co/trial. Okay? Thanks. I learned something new every time you have these sessions. Well, Trina, thank you very much. I'm glad. You know, listen, the more you keep hearing it, the more you're going to get better at it. And by the way, everybody, go out there and share this with people. Listen, I know that a lot of you are part of other groups, and you try, and it's nice and it's smart that you do that. You're trying to like work together as like a team. Listen, I invented the teams. I mean, that's because that's what traders do. We work in environment traders. We work together. We share ideas. Tell your friends to come here. Let them listen in. You know what I mean? Let them ask questions in one of these live events, and you'll see how things will change. All right? That's the link right there. I just posted up there again for you. All right? Any other questions, fellow traders? Any other questions? Well, with that said, I'd like to thank you all for being here, and I look forward to teaching you all. Now, listen, very important, let me just tell you, when you register, all right, when you register in the trading room, all of you are going to get access to talk to one of the education advisors. They're going to take the time to talk to you and show you what you're seeing in the room. See, people freak out. They're like, wait a minute, I can actually talk to somebody? Yeah. How great would that be that you actually could physically talk to someone that is going to show you? And we're not going to sell you anything, okay? We just want to make sure you know what you're getting yourself involved in. Because to train somebody, you're going to do an orientation. You're going to get into this, and you're going to be shocked, and in the way that you've been making it more complicated than what it really is. But we're going to take the time. We're going to walk you through it. We're going to show you what's going on. You're going to have some fun. We'll make a time that's more convenient for you. But, you could start now. You could start on Monday. When do you want to start? By the way, we're closed on Monday. Actually, it's a national holiday. But go out there. Just log in and go from there and just try. Just take small steps. And then you'll see by seeing other people what they're doing. All right? Couple of questions here. George has a question. I got to try Fausto's system out, open my eyes and what's available to help plus see the price action. Well, you know what's so funny, George? It's like a unicorn, right? You heard about it, but you never seen one. Well, guess what? You're going to see it now. And that's the great thing about making the opportunity to be here. Dave says your explanation sounds logical. Listen, you want to go learn about making movies? Go to Hollywood. You want to learn about oil? Go to Canada or go to Texas. You want to know how to make orange juice? Go to Florida. You want to learn about the stock market? You got to learn from people that work at the street in New York Stock Exchange. That's who I am. That's what it's all about. All right, everybody. So I'm going to go. I got to get ready. I want to get ready for my trading. I want to trade the last hour of the close. I want to jump in my trading room. So I really appreciate everything you guys have done. Great questions. But listen, all these questions are worthless if you don't join the trading room. So that's really what comes down to it. Just really quick, couple of shout outs, just to make a couple of shout outs to some people here that just registered. Who we got here? Christina just got your registration. Genny. There's a Jenny. Let's with a G. Genny. G-N-E-T. I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Roseanne. Wow, all women so far. There's a lot. Women are great traders. You're going to meet a lot of great women in the trading room. Lewis got your registration. Who else we got here? Jeff S. We got your registration. Welcome aboard. Manuel. Welcome aboard. Look forward to teaching you. Roger S. Got your registration. I'm just reading it off on the phone right here. Seeing you guys register. All right. I'm already going in your live trading room with Josh and Rich. Yeah, great. Good, George. Always great to have you. Thanks, George. All right. See you guys in the trading room. Once again, before we go, just leave you with something very important. Some of you are going to move forward with CTU, and we look forward to teaching you and showing you and open up your eyes into trading. And some of you are not, okay? And I get it. Maybe you're not ready yet. Maybe you got to do your homework and research. I get it. It's fine. But listen, do yourself a favor. You might not like the way I look. You might like the way I sound. You might think, listen, I'm a little brash because I take this, I care. But you better learn from somebody. And you might need to learn from more than one person. And let me tell you, if you've been doing something for more than 30 to 60 days and you're not seeing that you're making progress or making money, chances are you're wasting your time. And it's okay to try something different. So if you trained on options and you see not making money, it's okay to do something else. There's a great opportunity here to make money in trading, but you got to find the right mentor, the right guru that has your style, that you get it, okay? And if you don't get it, it's okay. You got to move on until you find the right person. But don't go out there and try to be self-taught, because that is the biggest failure of today's industry. That's why you have to learn before you can earn. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Thank you, staff, for making this possible. And I look forward to seeing every one of you in the trading room, in the live trading room at CTU. Thanks, everybody. Happy trading, and be safe.